After this, below screen you find another important menu in Tally. So this is actually called as the gateway of Tally menu. So this is very important. So in the earlier versions, that is Tally ERP 9, Tally version and all, this gateway of Tally menu was represented in different way. So in today's day, or in today's latest version of Tally Prime, the menu has changed. So this is the one of the main difference you can say in the Tally Prime and the previous version. So here you have the masters section. So this region is called as the masters section. So in the masters section you have options for create, alter and chart of accounts option. So using these options you can create, alter any of the masters in the sense like group, account group, ledger, voucher, etc. So these are treated as masters. So alter option will help you to modify them. Okay. Similarly, you have transactions group. So this is transactions group. So here you will find options for vouchers, and that is voucher entry options you will find, and then you will find the daybook. So you can view the daybook here. Then you have utilities. So this will help you related to banking and configuring and settings. Then you have reports section. So this is reports. So you can view here balance sheet, profit and loss account, stock summary, ratio analysis and other types of reports. Finally you will find quit option. So when you select this quit option, the Tally application closes. So this is the details of Tally gateway of, or we call it as gateway of Tally menu. Gateway of Tally menu. So you can notice here, so this particular menu is actually called as the gateway of Tally menu. Gateway of Tally menu is divided into following sections. That is, the first section is masters. So here in the master sections you will find the option create, alter and charts of accounts. So the create option is used to create a new master. Alter is used to alter an existing master. Chart of accounts. So this is used to display the list of accounts, what is existing or which is already being created. Then you will find the transactions section. So in the transactions section you will find vouchers and daybook. So using the vouchers option we can go for voucher entry, and the daybook option helps you to display the daybooks. Similarly, under utilities section you will find the banking utilities option. Similarly, in the report section you find the following options: balance sheet, profit and loss account, stock summary, ratio analysis, and you will also find more displaying or option for displaying more reports. Finally, the quit option. So using the quit option you can close the application. So it will ask you quit yes or no. When you opt it as yes, the application gets closed. So this is gateway of Tally menu. Next, so now we will have to learn about the settings in Tally Prime. So what are the settings available in Tally Prime? There are two types of settings in Tally Prime. One is called as the featuring. The other one is called as a configuration of the company. So keyboard shortcut for featuring always is F11, and for configuration it is F12. So there is a difference in in featuring of company and configuration of company. See, featuring actually what it does is it actually enables you or disable. It helps you to enable or disable any feature in Tally according to our requirement. For example, suppose when you create a company, at first you only want to maintain accounts. You do not want inventory feature. So in this case, so in the featuring option, I can enable only this. Enable only accounts. That is, I have to set accounts as enable option as yes, and inventory as no. But later when I want, I can actually reactivate, or I will be able to again enable this option as yes and activate it. So how do we do this? This particular settings, enabling, disabling, these kind of things or features, we will do it with help of F11, that is featuring of company. So the next type of setting is actually called as configuration. So configuration, usually we will use the keyboard shortcut F12. So here configuration happens in a tally prime screen. Okay, usually this option is used basically to configure the additional options available in that particular screen. So in a particular screen you have additional options, then in order to make settings for those particular additional options, we are supposed to use configuration, and the shortcut for configuration is F12. In that particular screen, if you have additional options, then there will be a button available called as F12 configure. You are supposed to press the keyboard shortcut F12 or click on that particular button. So usually that button is available in the right button area or the right side button column. So as I was telling you, once whatever settings of configuration we do, what happens, this will be applicable subsequently for all the master creations and transaction recordings. That is, whatever you configure using the F12 option, F12 configure option, this will apply for the entire master creation or entire masters or transaction recordings. So wherever you apply this, this will be applicable for your whole Tally application software. That is the reason why this type of settings in Tally is called as persistent configuration. This is called as persistent configuration. There is an advantage and disadvantage also with this. So we'll discuss that now. The other type of option available is in configuration is actually called as more details, and the keyboard shortcut for more details is Ctrl+I. So this settings, when we use this settings is, see this settings whatever we apply, no, it will be applicable only for a particular master or particular transaction entry screen only, or one particular voucher entry screen only. So this will not be applicable for everywhere. Okay, so this is the main difference. That is why it is called as non-persistent configuration. See, when this will be very useful is, see, when you are doing a settings, for example, for a particular sales entry voucher, you want orders, not for all the sales voucher, only for particular voucher entry you want to provide the order details, not for all the entries. So in that case, if I use F12 configuration, what happens is, when I enable the option, this will be applicable for our entire Tally application. Not only for our company, for others, those who are using the Tally application also, for them also it will be configured in that particular way. So that is the actual difference of configuration. So in that case, instead of using the F12 configuration, if we use the Ctrl+I shortcut, that is more details option, here whatever settings we do will be applicable only for that particular voucher or screen or master. It will not be applicable for entire application. So this is how we can use the Tally configuration options. That is, as I said you, first setting option is called as featuring company. Shortcut for that is F11, and then in configuration we configure the details using the keyboard shortcut F12, and if you want the settings only for selected voucher or screen, then you can go for more details, that is Ctrl+I shortcut. Using that you can configure. Settings in Tally Prime. So in Tally Prime there are two main types of settings. One is the featuring of company or company features. So you can notice here, if you go to company option by pressing Alt K, you will find features. That is a keyboard shortcut for features is F11. So when you press F11, the features option is displayed. So generally the features option is used to enable option or disable option. As in this case, you can see here, maintain accounts. So if it is opted as yes, it means that you are enabling that option. If you opt it as no, it means that you are disabling that option. So using features, an option can be enabled or disabled. So if you give it as yes, it gets enabled, and if you opt it as no, it gets disabled. So this is how the tally features options are, or tally featuring option is used to enable or disable a feature. Then the next kind of setting is called as the configuration. So configuration is basically used to configure additional settings. So as you can see here, there is an voucher entry screen. In this voucher entry screen, when we go for the option configure in the buttons area, that is right button area, you will find a configure button, or if you press the keyboard shortcut F12, you will be able to configure it. That is, we are configuring the voucher. So you can notice here there are options: use credit or debit instead of to or buy during the voucher entry. See, the configuration settings, whatever we do, will be applicable for the entire company or the tally application. So the changes made here will be applicable for the entire company and tally application. So this is the main difference between featuring and configuration. So because of this, the configuration, that is F12 configuration, is also called as persistent configuration settings. So similarly, you will also find more details option also for setting. So whatever we set in the more details will be applicable only for the selected voucher or a particular report or screen. So using this kind of configuration, we will be able to do the configuration or settings only for a particular voucher in specific when compared to configuration in Tally. So when you want set of settings only for a selected voucher or a report, then you can go for more options, and the keyboard shortcut for more options is Control I. So this kind of settings actually is called as non-persistent configuration settings. So these are basically the three different types of settings in Tally.
So here you can discuss. Next point is how to display the list of reserved or predefined groups in Tally. So in Tally, how can we display the list of reserved groups? That is, the groups which are automatically created in Tally is actually called as reserved groups or predefined groups. How to display them? Those steps we will learn now. So the first thing what we have to do is, after opening Tally, in the gateway of Tally menu, we are supposed to select the option called as charts of accounts. So this option you can notice here, this particular option which is called as charts of account. So you are supposed to select that. Once you select that, so this is the screen you will find. So here list will be there, list of masters, which one you want to display. So in this you are supposed to select groups. Once you select the option groups, so you will be able to see the list of all the reserved groups, that is 28 reserved groups will be displayed to you. You can see here, this is the list of groups. So 28 are there. Okay, in the foundation class I have explained you about the list of groups, which is very important. You need to understand what are these groups. Okay, so refresh or learn in that particular class of accounts foundation about the account groups. Okay, so this will improve your knowledge. So when we start maintaining accounts, you will understand why is this particular account group required, or why do we have to create a ledger under this. Okay, so next important thing is you will find a bottom menu bar or options here. Okay, we don't call it as menu bar, or you will find here additional options. So here you have a option quit, so this will close this particular screen here. Next you have alter. So using this alter option, shortcut for alter is the enter key. So if you use this, you will be able to modify it. Then you have space option to select a particular account group. Then you have option alt C for creating a new master, either a new group or ledger or a voucher. Then you also have option for delete, shortcut is alt D. Then you have option for for removing a line. So removing means on the in the view it will be removed. It will not be deleted. It will be just removed. Okay, from the view, and you can restore it back also. So here these are the extra options which you find here.
Displaying list of reserved groups or predefined groups in Tally. So let us learn the steps to display the list of reserved groups or predefined groups in Tally. So we are supposed to come to Gateway of Tally menu. Under the Masters section, we are supposed to select the option Chart of Accounts. After selecting it, click on it or press Enter key. So it displays the Masters list. So in the Masters list, you are supposed to select groups under Accounting Masters and click on it, or either select and press Enter key. So you can notice here the list of reserved groups are displayed. There are 28 account groups or the list of groups which are reserved or which are predefined in Tally. Along with this, you will also be able to see the additional options in the bottom region. You can notice here the additional options are as follows. You will find quit option, alter option, select option, create master option, delete a master option, remove a line. So you can select a line and remove it, as in this case. And there is option to restore the line back. So if you click on restore line, so the line which you had removed will restore back. So these are the additional options also available. So this is how you display the list of reserved groups.
So that's it for today's class, students. So practically also I'll be guiding you how these uh, Tally featuring, configuration, more options, and all these out we are supposed to use the options in Tally application. Thank you.